Hey, what's up? It's Friday Eve, thank God, and I have some good news. Today we're going over the last standards that we're going to learn in this first 9 weeks, this first term. That's crazy, I know, I feel like we just started. But what we're going to do today is going to kind of wrap up some of the new stuff we've learned, and then we're going to take the rest of this 9 weeks reviewing and going over all of what we've learned so far. So that's pretty exciting. We're going to get started with our bell ringer. This is a question that was on your unit test, and some of us got it right, some of us got a little tripped up, so we're going to review it. I've added this picture at the bottom to help us out a little bit, okay? So what does our question say? Offspring inherit chromosomes from their parents, and all of the physical features in offspring are controlled by genes. We knew that. Which statement is true about the relationship between chromosomes and genes? Okay, so the question is telling us to read each statement, and all of them are false except for one, so we have to figure out which one is true, and we're comparing how chromosomes and genes are related to each other. So let's go through them, and we're going to use this picture to help us. A says genes are made up of chromosomes. So if we look at our picture, here's our chromosome, that X-shaped structure, and it's made up of that long-stranded DNA. It's tightly coiled around up to form that X, and on that DNA are the small sections of genes. So it's not really going to be that genes are made up of chromosomes. It's going to be the opposite, right? Because here's our chromosome, and it's made up of multiple genes. So A is not going to be correct. B says genes are the smallest unit of chromosomes. This is one that a lot of us put, and it's tricky. I get why we picked it because, we have the chromosome, which is bigger than the DNA, and the DNA is bigger than the gene. However, we can't forget about these tiny pieces of the DNA called the nucleotides. They make up like the steps of the ladder. That is your A that pairs with T and your C that pairs with G. We haven't talked about that in a while, and we're going to talk about it today in today's direct instruction, but that is going to be the smallest, is the nucleotide, not the gene. So we can go ahead and say that B is incorrect. C says that chromosomes are made up of numerous genes. This is going to be our correct answer, because like I said when we were going through part A, or answer A, the chromosomes are made up of DNA that contains the small sections called genes. So on one single chromosome here, you have multiple genes. Here's one gene. They didn't label it, but they could have. Right over here could be another gene, and then another gene, and another gene. There's so many genes on one single chromosome. So the answer is going to be C. Why is D incorrect? Same reason why A was incorrect. Your chromosomes are not the smallest unit of genes. In this case, chromosomes are the biggest because your genes make up the chromosomes. So D is not going to be correct either. Go ahead and put down your answer, explain why it is correct, and then don't forget to move on down to this direct instruction so we can hit up today's lesson. I'll see you there.